Hello, welcome to Clutch My Pearls, a podcast where I, Emily, learn all about the smut that my friends are reading. As always, I'm joined with Vanessa and Barbara. Hi.
Hi.
I'm excited for this week because y'all kept talking about a bunch of secret stuff.
Yeah, we had a lot of secrets this week.
You're like, we'll have to wait. And it's like talking in code.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So we'll all learn together.
Yeah, but that's how you usually. Yeah, there you go. Isn't it exciting? I'm excited. The energy's already super weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be a strange one.
Because you walked in and you were like, you brought
Props.
things with you and you said you don't see this.
Yeah.
We're like getting gaslit right off the bat. So yeah. You know? So what you got for us?
Well, first I wanted to say, Vanessa told me a story that I'm sure she told you, but maybe she didn't.
I didn't.
But our listeners. Oh, wait. Well, maybe we're talking about the same thing. Maybe not.
About my book choice?
No. Okay.
Oh.
You told me that you were listening to one of our most recent episodes when you borrowed Emily's car.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Tell the story, because I thought it was really funny.
So my check engine light came on, and I had to take it in, and I wasn't sure how long it was going to be gone, and Emily was out of town, so I stole her car, which is like a spaceship. I should have borrowed the manual last week. But
she was like, how do I turn it off? How do I park?
Literally, she was telling me that, and I was like, I thought my car was fancy.
Well, and then I was like, I didn't realize that you have to Bluetooth your phone for the phone stuff, and then you have to Bluetooth it for the entertainment stuff.
I usually plug into that cord to do Apple Play altogether.
So I didn't know anything. So I finally figured out how to play my music or whatever. And I was
and you were listening to us.
Yeah, I was like, the Patreon episode just came out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll listen to it, whatever. And it was Devour of Men?
Brutal Vows.
Brutal Vows.
Yeah.
And I went and picked up Bernie, and we went to Chewy's, and we were sitting at curbside waiting for them to bring out our food. And I was practicing how to turn off the audio.
Practicing.
Well, because I couldn't figure out how to. You have to swipe to a screen, and I totally forgot that I could control it with my phone.
But wasn't it during the sex scene?
It was literally Emily reading.
What was I saying?
I don't remember.
Naughty things, I'm sure.
I was about to punch out your radio.
Just break the screen.
Because usually when they're coming out.
Wait.
But the Chewy's guy came out, and he was like, our app is broken. So he came out with a little thing, and I was like, oh, he's not coming over here.
Yes,
and then I rolled down the window, and I was like, stop it.
Quiet.
Go away.
Oh my God.
You roll it down. Do you like smut?
Yeah, you're like, here, let me recommend this podcast to you.
Here, get in the back seat.
It's not weird.
It's not weird. It's fine. It's normal.
I remembered Brutal Vows is the one where it was them role-playing the gladiator. Bodice ripper.
Yes.
This poor man is
gladiator.
What the fuck?
I don't even remember what part it was, but I was so embarrassed.
I hope it's when they were talking about his seed.
And glazing.
I feel like it's I feel like the listeners, whenever we've gotten those messages.
Over there, it accidentally comes on at work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's what it was, is that people are like, oh my God, I accidentally played it for my boss. I'm like, Vanessa did this to herself.
Yeah. She's like, I did it for the Chewy's guy.
Somebody did it for pucking around.
Oh, that's a good one.
They took their AirPods out, and then their phone started playing it or something right when they walked into work.
Oh, I love it.
I love it.
And then there was another one. My old boss is she's like a mom to me. She's from Oklahoma. She's a little crazy. She's the best.
Mm-hmm.
My brother went out and visited her because she's like a family friend too. And she texted me the other night, and she was like, oh my God, your brother told me about your podcast. I'm listening to this first episode right now.
No.
He set it all up on my phone for me.
Oh dear.
I am cracking up because it was Mile High. And it was the one where they described his penis as being beautiful. Decorated with veins. And I was like, beautiful. It's art. You want to frame it on the wall. What is that? And then she was like, she works in medical billing and coding. She was like, I work for a urologist now who does cosmetic, penile, plastic surgery type stuff.
Wow.
Do you add veins to it?
They all want them removed, she said.
She said super smooth.
Most of them, when they are gonna get work done, they're also it's so the veins. So they apparently.
Don't we like the veins?
I don't know. But she also told me, she was like, "This is so funny." Apparently, the doctor explained to her that when women look at penises, they don't see what men see.
Yeah.
Men see beauty and grace, and then women are just like, yep, that's a dick. Like,
there it is. Here we go.
There it is. She was
it out.
cracking up, and then as soon as she sent it, she went, oh my God, I forgot to check if that was your number. And I'm like,
oh no.
I thought you were texting random people about veins on penis. Like, oh God, it was so good.
Well-decorated veins.
Yes.
Tangled and tinsel.
That is that dick. It's tangled in tinsel if it has a bunch of veins.
Speaking of dick, I was going to try this one to not swear in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, right, because YouTube Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Did we swear?
I'm sure I did.
Yeah.
We could be talking about Richard.
Dick the third.
The third. Richard.
The gentleman.
Yeah.
I forget that's a rule. We need like a sign.
We
The
need
good
like
girl
a
timer.
counter. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like
Yeah.
a big clock.
We have
Don't
to be
you have
good
two
girls.
phones? Grab one and just do a timer and
Do
see.
the ding, 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 ding.
Because it's gonna be me. I will be the one who.
I'm sure it'll be all of us.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, it's hard, but
Whoops.
we'll see
Yeah,
what
it
we
is.
can do. We'll just have to be good girls because
Good girls.
YouTube Daddy is now watching
Yes.
and they take away our 80 cents.
I looked at the other day. It was like, you've earned 42 cents. I was like, oh my God, we
Oh,
made it.
wow.
We're doing it.
It's happening.
Our bank's like, what is happening?
Yeah.
What is this?
Well, Miss Barbara,
Yes.
it's your week.
Is it?
And you have a lot of your baby bopper is really full of
Playing packs.
Surrounded more than ever. I have my bag for something I need to grab and show. I've got a
Protein
lot
bar.
around me. Yeah, I found a protein
Wait,
bar.
so
that
you
I
have a
forgot I had.
whiteboard and a bag of stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
Carrot Top over here.
What are we
What?
do? Oh, he is a prop man.
Prop
isn't he?
comic, yeah.
Okay, I don't love that. But yeah, I pulled in right after Vanessa, so we walked in together and I had my whiteboard and I was making sure she couldn't see it. And she was like, you have a whiteboard? And I said, no.
Oh my gosh, I love
Liar.
this. So for our audio listeners, after you're done listening to this, or
Check
if you
out-
want to watch simultaneously on YouTube, you can see the video version whenever this mysterious whiteboard that may or may not exist.
May or may not exist.
The fact that we might need it is making me nervous.
Making you nervous? I like that.
Oof. Oof.
Like a family tree or like positions or...
Fantasy football, we're going to be getting... No.
Oh my
Oh.
God. First round pick.
I also was looking when I was setting up the camera, like, I don't think it's going to fit. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it
see
out.
what you can see
Yeah.
on YouTube. We'll get a picture of it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fourth camera.
Book is called Ransom.
Do you know this book? Ransom.
What is the author's name?
It's not what you think.
Is it Mafia?
It's not what you think. Ransom
Ransom.
by Julie Garwood.
Julie Garwood.
I don't know.
I thought you
Doesn't
said
sound familiar?
Garfield.
Doesn't sound familiar?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. 531 pages, released in 1999.
1999.
1999.
Wait, is this a Sally Field book? Oh,
Oh my God. It's
like
a
the
real
cover.
book.
For our listeners, I brought the physical book.
Wow.
Julie Garwood.
Wait, you didn't read it on that, did you?
At one point you did.
At one point I did.
But not this week.
Where did you
Ooh,
find
I feel like
this?
ASMR. Sorry.
Oh yeah, do the pages in the mic.
Am I doing it?
Whose book is this? Who'd you steal this from?
No.
Oh.
It's yours?
Yeah.
And did you buy it in 99 or so you've had it for a long
Surely I
time?
didn't buy. I would be what, 9, 10?
I don't know, maybe.
Start 'em young.
99. I was a
So,
freshman in high school.
Why would this be familiar? Why would we maybe know it?
Let's not yuck the yum. Let's
Never.
not judge. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Like back, so I stole my stepmom's copy of a
Yeah.
Nora Roberts book, and then I blew through all of those, and then I went through a phase where I was like, well, I gotta find out more. Like, let's check it
Right.
out. So like at some point, I'm sure in like the romance section at Barnes and Noble, which I was always so embarrassed to be standing in because like, oh shame, women enjoying things. But now I don't care. Also, Kindle is way easier.
Now it's also like the most popular section too.
Yeah.
It's huge now.
Huge.
Yeah.
They know what we want.
But when I was like,
women are what are keeping the economy going.
you're welcome.
It's funny too because those books are always like a specific size and they're always at grocery stores.
Yeah.
So I'm always like,
These have those like tall like carousels that you could.
do you have to have your book be that size to be sold at a grocery store? You know
This
what
feels
I mean?
like a standard size book, like the anyway.
like a
No,
classic
I meant
book.
like the narrowness.
Mm.
They're all that
They're, like,
weird
compact.
size.
It might be
Yeah.
the whatever printing company that they're like, that's
Harlequin
what our machine
something.
does.
Anyway, this is like a bodice ripper.
Ooh,
This
okay.
is like Glazed by the Gladiator, but not quite. Like, pretty much.
But is it more than Nora Roberts?
Define more. Yes?
Like
Yeah.
she has a lot more fade to black.
Or she's like coming from touching her boobs.
Yeah.
Okay, so 531 pages. Written in 1999.
Wow.
Okay.
I've read like a lot. Okay.
Okay.
In the dark days, do you want to hear the synopsis?
The fact that we're going to need a whiteboard
I'm
for this
so
book.
scared.
So
I don't have a whiteboard. In the dark days, after the death of Richard the Lionheart.
Richard
This
the
sounds
Lionheart?
like fantasy.
Richard the?
Richard the Lionheart, actual real king of England in like the 1100s.
Oh.
Richard the First.
So
Did I
in
Google
olden
that
times?
today? Yes, we are in olden times. I Googled it because I was like, when the fuck was this? Because when you read this,
That gate looks so...
Like
Yeah.
New Orleans.
this doesn't fit at all.
It could be the gate to Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle.
Yeah, but that's not this. We're Scottish warriors. Scottish lairds. How you feeling, Emily? You're having a reaction. You don't like it.
We're good. It's fine. I'm good.
It's
We're going to be in
fine.
the highlands of Scotland.
It's
I can't
in
wait
the
to hear
olden
your
times.
I asked
There's
Eric.
a tavern.
There's
Oh.
probably yes. Is there? There's a tavern. There's one or two.
I just want to remind everybody of that word. in
Just
case we
Vanessa
forget
knows it.
Vanessa knows what tavern is.
My guess
An
is
old
Chicken
restaurant.
Shack.
Tavern.
Yeah, the old Chick-fil-A. In the dark days after the death,
Richard the Lionheart.
Richard the Lionheart.
But he died.
Okay, wait. Have we seen the animated Robin Hood? Little fox?
Was that every girl's sexual awakening? Yes. Was I attracted
Absolutely.
to
Did. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, and the snake in
I
the
love
wind.
the snake.
We should
It's my
watch
favorite.
that movie.
But
King
yeah,
John.
that-
Remember?
Okay, the lion.
Yeah, his older brother Richard, who died.
Oh,
You with me?
Kisses the rings and he takes all the rings off.
Yes.
And kisses it. That Robin Hood.
Oh.
Ooh. Maid Marian. That's Okay, so that's what I need a picture is the cast of
Yeah.
Robin Hood.
And that's our
animation.
help for history, which I forgot until we were speaking just now. And I'm like, oh, this is perfect. You're going to know what this is. Okay.
Is that why he was a lion?
Maybe.
Oh.
Well, they were all animals.
Yeah,
well,
but he was a
but
lion.
specifically a lion.
But
But
also
also
king of the
lions are
jungle.
kings.
True.
Yeah.
King of the jungle.
Yeah.
But it's
Well,
after he
fact for
died,
you.
so this is after Robin Hood.
This is, King John became king because
Richard
Richard died.
Okay.
So that's where we are. Okay.
Sure.
In the dark days after the death of Richard the Lionheart, we're going to get through this.
No, we're not.
Lives and lands fell into upheaval at the hands of the power-hungry King John, rings,
Rings.
and his violent minions, the snake. One victim.
And the bear.
And the bear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
Oh, I was thinking
was
of
bad.
No, he's
Little
bad.
John, the buddy of Robin Hood.
That's the monk. Little John has the shaved head.
He's a mole.
He's a mole, and he's in the
The
brown
bear
garbs.
is the sheriff. He's
Uh-huh.
mean.
They weren't both bears?
Well, he goes to get. I think he was a mole because he had like
oh, that's Friar Tuck.
that was Friar Tuck.
I was hoping we would have fun with this one, and look at us go.
Here we are.
Fuck, let me get my phone.
Because it matters, yeah.
Yeah.
Put it down.
Okay, so
Okay.
then like his mean minions, the snake
This is serious.
in the balloon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. We got to
That's how he gets around.
Okay. One victim was innocent Gillian, who was Gillian with a G.
Okay.
And this whole
Gillian?
time. Gillian. Yeah. I don't know her last name, so let's say it's Anderson.
I was already thinking that.
Yeah.
Who was just a child when the cruel and ambitious Baron Alfred determined to recover for the despotic king a jeweled box that slipped through his
The
fingers.
fuck is despotic mean?
Like he's a despot, like he like,
Oh, okay.
Because she knows
he's
that word too.
like
Okay,
a despot.
Keep going back more roots. Yeah.
Some of us are very serious about history and despotic kings.
Spell it.
I'm already like, I don't know what these words are.
Is it a mole? Is it a bear? Okay. Baron Alfred slaughtered her father and tore her family apart.
Oh,
We got through one paragraph.
we did
There's one
it.
more.
Oh, wow.
shit.
Oh, wow. A decade later,
Duh.
Gillian Anderson
Uh-huh.
once again crosses paths with the nefarious Baron, but instead of losing everything like she had as a child, she finds the key to resolving her past. But first, the English beauty must enlist handsome Scottish chieftain Brodick Buchanan.
Ugh, I hate it. That's too many. That's too many
What's
names.
happening? What's a briar?
Okay, so Matthew
Briar
Broderick is in
Patch.
this. Got it. And the Briar Patch.
I'm so confused.
Is Briar all that like Rudy thorns and stuff?
Sure, I'm thinking
No.
of the Briar Patch on Disneyland on the Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
Something about a briar patch.
But isn't that where it's like all like roots and like a bunch of trees and shit?
At no point did we say briar patch, but now we've brought it up. It's nowhere in the synopsis.
What was that like? I've heard like 5 B words in a row.
There were 2, yeah. Emily hates this book. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Scottish chieftain Brodick Buchanan.
Chieftain?
Yeah, ignore the word. He's a laird, Laird.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. To help Gillian in her quest.
To find who killed her family. But she knows who killed her family.
She knows who killed her family. She's looking for a jeweled box.
Oh, the rings that he kissed off of her fingers.
Should I get the whiteboard?
Oh my God, that's so much. That is so...
So Rip Dad, Uncle New Dad.
Let me see this. Do I need to know yet?
Behave yourselves.
I'm like, I could put it like right here.
For our audio listeners, we will take a photo of this if you want. Yes. Watch the video, and I will say all the names, but I knew Emily and Vanessa might be a little... Okay, let me finish the synopsis.
Okay.
But accepting the rugged Scotsman's protection is complicated by the passions simmering between them. Scene.
Ooh, okay, yay. So they're on a quest to find the people that killed the jewel box that killed her family. And they're gonna...
What is the jewel box for?
Jewels?
Let's back up.
Was it stolen from her
when they
family?
Slaughtered the family?
Okay, there's a lot of questions coming at me.
Yeah.
Wait, though. We wanted to talk about how we both had to pivot and switch books this week.
Oh, yeah.
Were you going to read this book?
No.
Vanessa, you reading all about Julie Garwood?
I like that font, though.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's my favorite thing on that book.
I texted Barbara. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, I know exactly what book I'm going to read.
We both were talking at work about, we know exactly what book we're doing because I'm doing one today, you're doing one tomorrow. And then we were texting and we both were like, I got to switch books.
Yeah. Well, and I didn't realize that. Sorry, I didn't realize that it had been.
Trying to be you.
I know. I need your inhaler. I didn't realize it had been 16 episodes since we had done a mafia book.
I know.
Were y'all going to do the same mafia book?
No. But I was going to do a mafia book.
Yeah.
And I did it. I did a book that was written by an author that we've done before. Mm-hmm. And I went into it thinking like, it's going to be mafia.
And I've read the synopsis of it and I've been like, oh yeah, I feel like I know exactly what's happening in this book. No.
I was crying.
For real?
She texted me, she's like, this book is too sad, I'm crying. And I was immediately like, okay, sad, like they don't end up together, like grief, like angst, like what where are we at? And then she told me, and we won't tell you because...
Well, are
you going to present tomorrow?
No, she goes...
She's going to bust it out at someday, but not right now.
Because Barbara knows too much. Because after I decided I wasn't going to do it, I told her a lot.
Well, that's fine. Well, I don't know anything.
It was funny because she goes, I don't know how we'd be able to make it funny. And then we made it funny.
We're like, yeah, I shouldn't have doubted us.
Like, what?
We will do it. Don't worry.
I need to know.
I have all the notes for it.
Show
ready
it to me,
go.
Rachel.
It's going to be a blind side. Barbara won't know. It'll be one of those times I don't tell you the title.
I will behave. Because remember, episode whatever it was, Birthday Girl.
Oh, yeah, you read that.
I had read it before, and I sat on the fact that it was her boyfriend's father. And let Emily find out in real time. And it was very exciting for us. Yeah. So it'll be good, just not tomorrow because we need to figure out how to... It's a lot. We'll tell you. You'll see. You'll learn.
But tomorrow's book, so good.
Okay, I'm going to move my camera
next week's book for y'all.
I'm going to move my camera back so that I can... No, but yeah. Okay. There will be a quiz later.
Oh my God.
I already hit my mic.
Ramsey,
yes. Oh, right. Yeah. I forgot.
Oh, she said so hot.
Dad, Rip, Uncle New Dad.
I've hit my mic so many times.
Uncle Daddy.
So many people died.
Here we go.
Sister dead? No.
Dead? No. Yeah.
Okay. Gillian loves Broderick and Ramsey. Are these who have hearts?
Yeah. Oh, say.
Ooh, Traitors. I love that show.
I'm just talking to the mic. Okay. Gillian.
That's set in Scotland.
Gillian is with Brodick. That's our female main character, main male character. Okay,
Gillian Anderson's with Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick, yeah, in the Briar Patch. They're super in love. Okay.
Yeah, going down Splash Mountain.
Gillian's dad, Rip, he's dead. Her uncle is her new dad. Okay?
Like mom married her uncle, her dad's brother?
Like her mom's already dead and her dad's dead, Rip, so then she went and lived.
He takes care of her.
Okay.
Yeah, he takes care of her. Okay. Sister, dead? No. We think, is she dead? No. Okay. And then Baron Alfred is evil.
Ooh, bad.
Evil. Okay.
Fair and bad.
King John, the lion with the rings, right? Okay.
Has the jeweled box.
Jeweled box. His girlfriend, Ariana, rip. She's
Ariana,
dead.
what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Also, I'm like standing up now. Okay, Esther. Some guy, R.I.P. Sanity.
A store?
He lost his mind. He's a little crazy.
Oh, he's kookaroo.
Yeah, he's kookaroo. Okay, now we go to the Scottish Highlands. Okay, Brodick.
Oh, everybody's in the Scottish Highlands.
English people.
Okay.
Gillian and all these people, they're English. Okay,
so
Scottish.
Robin Hood. Okay.
Okay, there will be a quiz. Okay, Brodick. He is the Buchanan clan.
Okay.
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick Buchanan.
Ramsey.
Jeff.
Is
my
two
husband.
clans. It's Sinclair's. He's got a lot on his plate. And the McPhersons, who used to not like each other, but now he is the one chieftain, whatever, in charge of both of them. And he's like, wow, a lot of politics, a lot of tension. Jeff's got a lot on his plate. Okay.
And he's so hot.
He's so hot. He's so hot. They talk about it a lot. Okay. And then his younger brother, Michael.
Okay.
Is he dead?
No.
He is not Alec.
Is he with his sister? With her sister? Not dead?
I mean, they are both not dead, but they are not together.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they're together in this realm. They're alive on the planet together.
But they're not, like, they didn't run off together secretly.
No.
Okay.
They are much different in age. Very, very. Michael is like 5, 7-ish.
Oh, Muppet Baby.
Okay. Excellent question. Thank you. Okay, Ian. I think that's how you say that. He is in charge of the Maitland clan. Okay. His son, Alec, dead?
Not dead.
No, he is not Michael.
Why does everybody think these people are dead and they're not dead?
We'll get there. Okay. So then, Bridget, she is so hot. She's a McPherson.
Is she with Michael?
She is with Ramsey.
He's 5.
Ramsey, sorry. I looked at the wrong name.
Emily's a little problematic.
She loves child stuff.
I have a disability.
Yes, ma'am. But you're doing great. Okay. Ramsey, Tiny Heart, and Bridget, Tiny Heart. They're our secondary love story.
Oh, okay. So Bridget and Ramsey are together.
They are together.
Is there a sequel about Ramsey and Bridget?
No. But there is a prequel about Ian where Ramsey and Brodick are both characters. Okay. Okay. And then what do I have down here? Traitors?
Ooh,
are there traitors? Who are they? Yes.
Are they somewhere in that group?
They are Scottish.
Someone
traitors.
on that list, though?
Not someone on this list, but somebody close to them.
Secret list. Okay.
Secret list. Yeah. Is Bridget Gillian's sister? No. But when I was reading the book for the first time, I really did think that maybe it was her sister. So do we need the board?
Yeah.
Good? Okay.
I'm going to keep it off camera.
She's going to need it.
Yeah, we got to reference it.
Because I'm going to need it.
Okay, so tell me about this jeweled box.
I would love to. Thank you so much for your question.
Is it Pandora's box? Is it a literal jeweled box?
It is a literal jeweled box.
Who did it belong to?
It belonged to King John and Ariana. He had it made, and it's covered in jewels, jeweled box. He had it made years and years ago, and he wanted her to put a lock of her hair in it. I don't know.
Jillian's or Ariana's?
Ariana.
You're referencing it.
She's
good?
Dead.
She is dead. Before she was dead, he wanted her to put. Yeah,
I am already this.
That's why I brought
this whole episode. I'm gonna
just put it behind me so Emily can look at it.
Okay.
And every time you say Ariana, I just think
Ariana, what are you doing? That's when he opens up the box. It's like, Ariana, what's your hair doing here?
What are you doing?
You're
dead.
So it's his. So he went and stole it back. So he's OJ.
Incorrect. He's sure. Yeah.
But it was his box.
Is Pandora's box, and he is OJ. Good.
Okay.
Occupy yourself, Vanessa.
It has a lock of her hair.
Do you want to hold the book?
Before she died.
Does her? Yeah.
You're gonna start reading it. You're gonna stop. Okay.
Did Jillian's family have the box?
Why was her family killed?
Yes. Okay. So, way back in the day.
Let me ask the questions.
And I'm gonna be the audience.
You cast the characters because you're so good at that.
Thank you.
You're so good at it. Okay.
OJ and Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
No one wants to fuck either one of those people.
King John is the lion.
The lion with the rings.
Yes.
We're getting the.
He makes a box. Ariana, put your hair in it. It's a little weird. And then.
Is her hair magical or anything? Is there any magic in this book?
No. Okay. Just the magic of love.
Okay. But it's not it really has nothing. Oh, but she's dead. And so he wants that part of her back because it's the thing that's part of her.
Yes, because when he told her, like, okay, put your hair in here, she was in her room alone and, like, nobody else was around. And then he came back later and was like, hey, girl, like, let's, hang out. And no answer. breaks down the door. She's been stabbed. She's dead. The box is gone.
Oh. Anybody on the list kill her?
Maybe. Yeah.
Gillian's dad?
Okay, we'll get there. Gillian's dad, book opens. Gillian is either 4 or 5 or 6.
Muppet baby. Okay.
Yeah, Muppet baby. Mm-hmm. And her older sister, dead?
No.
She and her older sister are woken up in the middle of the night because her father is like, there are some bad people. Baron Alfred, evil.
Ooh, he's the bear from...
the sheriff.
Not the
sheriff
of
Nottingham.
Yes. He's on his way with a bunch of soldiers and they are going to, attack. And so Dad is like, hey, little girls, go with these soldiers and run down the secret passageway and get the hell out of here. Now, the bottom guy, Esther, whatever. Okay, yeah. He's just some guy. He sees the jeweled box and he's like, oh, damn, like, what's that? And then he's explaining, dad is explaining to the sister and to Gillian, who's 4 or 5 or 6, Muppet baby, this box, you gotta hide it. Go with it.
Take the box.
I'm probably about to die, correct? Oh. And you two need to escape, and I'm giving you this box. Keep it until I come back for it, or King John comes to get it.
Oh, so King John's not bad?
So why do they have it?
I don't really remember why Baron or the dad had it.
Why is Baron coming for them? For the box?
For the box, but because he found out that Gillian's dad had it, so he was like, I'm gonna go get it. And or he wanted to just take over his like castle.
Mm-hmm. Is the dad friends with King John? Or are they
not
friends? Or
they're on good terms, but Baron Alfred is his like closest advisor.
Oh, to the king.
Yes. Remember King John the Lion with he's not a great guy. Mm-hmm. He's not like straight up evil, and he's pretty cowardly lion. But
there's a lot of like incest in the British monarchy too, and they kind of got a little.
That is correct.
Not all the way there. At least back in the olden times, especially.
So, okay, so
they run down the hallway. The little girls
are gonna escape, and then on their way down in their little nighties, like, oh my god, it's in the middle of the night. This is very overwhelming. And then they trip down the stairs with the soldier. She cuts her chin, and so they split up. Soldier 1 takes the older sister with the box. Soldier 2 takes Gillian to the lady who sews up people who have split open chins. And so they're like, we'll meet you at the like rendezvous point. Like, I don't know where they're going to meet up, but they're going to meet up. They never do. They get kidnapped. Gillian goes back and Baron Alfred is like, I'm in charge now. Your dad's dead. And she witnesses it and it's not great. But then he's like, you killed your sister. You pushed her down the stairs. That's what I heard. And so she's very traumatized and thinks her sister is dead. But then her nursemaid lady is like, girl, that is not true. Like, your sister is not dead. She got out.
She has a box.
She has a box, maybe. And she escaped to the highlands. And she has changed her name. And she is living somewhere up there.
Oh, is that why you thought it was Bridget?
Yes, because also the sister has blonde hair and Gillian has brown hair. And Bridget has blonde hair. So I was like, oh my God, it's her. It's not her. Okay. That would have been cool, though, huh?
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
She'd be like, oh, I started life like Wendy did.
Yeah, Winnie
did. Stop.
I loved it.
That's why I had to bring a whiteboard. I was like, I've seen what happened.
Should have brought a whiteboard.
It wouldn't have helped.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, so now I guess we skip ahead a couple years where they're more grown up.
And she's living with her uncle.
Now we open up.
Were they in trouble? Because King John still in charge?
Yeah.
Baron is the one that really pulls the purse, or like
Baron Alfred is not living at court with the king.
Okay.
You know how in Game of Thrones it's like the city. He's like somewhere else.
Okay.
So he's like taking care of the lands.
Yes. So Baron Alfred took over Gillian's home because everyone's dead, and he tells her, "You're gonna go live with your uncle, who is nice, and he lives near like the border between
the north,
the English and the Highlands, and the okay." So then we skip ahead.
Okay.
And that means Gillian is either 18 or 19 or 20.
Sure.
And it opens with finding out that Ramsay, your husband, Jeff, is like overwhelmed because he's uniting these two clans and they fucking hate each other. So he's got a lot of like shit to deal with. And they're telling him like, you should marry, he's a Ramsay Sinclair, right? He should marry a McPherson, Megan. To unite, and then he's like, I don't want to, because it turns out, spoiler, he falls in love with Bridget, and he knows Bridget because
she's super hot too.
She's so hot,
but she's not from like a clan.
She is from the Sinclair clan. So that's why he's like, I can't fall for her because she's part of my original clan and it's not going to bridge the McPhersons.
Are they related at all?
No.
Okay.
It's like, what's his name couldn't marry what's her name in Brutal Vows.
Yes.
Because he needs to marry.
Oh, he has to marry someone in the
Vows.
Italians.
The ding dong, the one with the doorbell.
Oh,
yeah, they kept ringing the doorbell.
The Lake Tahoe. What we just did.
The Ruthless Creatures? No.
Yes.
Yes, because it was part of that same series.
Remember, he couldn't marry her because he was like, I have to marry somebody important.
Oh, yeah.
And
it was
like,
my
sorry.
book, and I'm like...
We also read like 5 books.
Thank God we're not a book report podcast, because we're dumb.
No, yeah. Okay. So, I mean, obviously, since literally this whole video is me looking down and staring at
least
the names.
Put it behind your camera so it looks like you're engaged.
But then I just look like that. I'm like, Ian.
I can't wait to edit the episode and find out when I move my camera back that you couldn't hear anything I was saying. Okay. So Ramsey, he's busy. His little brother, Michael, who's like, I don't know, let's say he's like 7, asks him, hey, can I go play at the falls with my new friend?
That sounds dangerous.
It is dangerous.
He gets kidnapped.
Yes.
Does he get hurt? Oh.
Because it's one of those dead, not dead situations.
Yes.
He's taken.
Oh, he's one of the... See, I didn't look at my board that time because I was going to say, I'm going to be very engaged in this.
You're engaged. You're looking. You're
then
checking.
I missed that Michael is the one.
Dead, not dead.
It's the dead, no.
Dead? No.
And not Alec.
He's not Alec.
That's what Barbara thought, but he's not.
Well, that's what everyone thought, because the chapter ends with someone coming to Ramsey and telling him, hey, Michael's dead.
But they didn't find the body.
Look
he's
what
not
they did
dead.
to my brother. The Godfather?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
It's been a while.
Okay.
Like, I'm in my
Is
Sopranos.
that one of the movies you've seen?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Do I not watch movies? I don't.
Anytime we mention a movie, you go, I've never seen it.
True. But like sometimes Bedazzled.
Hey.
Okay, yeah.
Robin Hood.
Nice.
What happened was Alec and Michael thought, oh my God, it'd be so funny if we switched outfits. And then when we go back to our like tents at night, see how long it takes them to realize that we switched.
Alec is dead.
Not dead.
So,
he says no. It
dead?
says dead. No.
No. It says dead?
It
No.
says not Michael.
Shut up. I can also read the board from here.
Yay.
But so they switched outfits, but nobody died.
There's no
Correct.
body.
But Alec, whom the traitors thought was Michael, kidnapped him and put blood on a rock by the falls to make it look like he may have hit his head and drowned.
LOL. Like, how is it? Like, why? It's
Because-
not funny.
No, they're traitors.
Oh.
They're trying to sabotage, not the kids, the traitors.
The murder plot is not funny.
The kid slices his arm and they change outfits. It's so funny.
I thought that the kids were like, let's switch outfits and I'll go tell them
It's
that
the
you're dead.
1100s. They had different games.
She's like, wow, LOL, fucking turd.
Like, what a cool prank.
He thinks his brother's dead. Okay.
Wow, this is elaborate.
Good one.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. So the traitors kidnap whom they think is Michael and take him to Baron Alfred's house. And Gillian is there because he called her back from her uncle's house. And Gillian sees this little 4 or 5 or 7-year-old boy. And she's like, oh, that's not ideal for this kid. Like, Alfred's evil, so I'm going to get him out of here. She helps him out, and then he gets scared because he's a little young. He's a little Muppet baby. And he runs away from her. This whole time, it's actually Alec, Ian Maitland's son, who is in the book The Secret by Julie Garwood. Okay.
Oh.
The Secret.
He tells you all about how to manifest your dreams.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to. You just couldn't hold it. The pause. Picture yourself in the Ferrari.
He's like, this is how we do it in the Maitlands.
That's where it originated from?
Yeah, it's an ancient
Highlands?
Scottish Highlands trick.
Yes, that's why the son didn't die, because they pictured him being alive.
Yeah. It's a secret.
Oh my God.
Okay, so Gillian helps the kid escape, but then the kid is like, I don't trust anybody, and he runs away even from her. And he is young and a little dumb. And he gets a rope, and he ties it around a boulder, and then tries to go down like a canyon.
And the boulder balls.
And then the rope starts to like shred. So Gillian's like, bro, hikes down, and she's terrified of heights.
Yeah.
Hikes down to the little ledge where he's at, saves him just in time, but he's in the midst of absolute panic, and he has a knife with him, and so when she's coming down, he like doesn't think about it, and he tries to like attack her, so he slices her arm, and it's not great. No. But she saves him, and they survive, but they're like, we can't hike down. It's like a sheer like cliff fall, so we gotta wait, and they're gonna see the rope, and they're gonna bring us back up. It's exactly what happens. Baron Alfred is real mean. She protects the little boy, and then she's like, don't worry, kid. I know a secret passage because it's her old house.
Right.
So they sneak out.
Okay.
Brodick. See, I'm trying to remember. I don't have my whiteboard. Okay.
I can show it.
Give her the whiteboard.
You just hold it.
I can show it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Brodick.
Don't wipe it on yourself.
There, now I can
do what you want. So Brodick, our main male character, is like best buds with Ramsay.
Yeah.
But
I can't stop snorting.
Okay. Do you want a whiteboard marker for?
I got my pointer.
To tap it. Okay. You see, you have nice nails. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Brodick and Ramsay are sort of like younger bros. They were sort of like their
besties.
mentor is Ian, who was in charge of the Maitlands. So his son Alec.
He's the creator of The Secret.
Yeah. Yeah. Oprah, good friends. Okay. Yeah. Brodick is like the godfather of Alec. So when they find out, hey, Ramsay, Michael's dead, just kidding, Alec came back and Alec is Michael. Okay, Ian, Alec is dead. Because somebody hit their head on a rock and they're dead, right?
Yeah.
No, Brodick the whole time is like, I don't believe it. The secret.
And the traitors are the ones that kidnapped the children.
Yes.
One child.
And Gillian saw the traitors.
Okay.
They're Scottish.
Michael is the one that was kidnapped.
Incorrect. The traitors thought they were getting Michael.
But they switched clothes.
They switched clothes. Okay. So they actually took Alec. And they were kidnapping Michael because they wanted Ramsay to come out and get him back. And then they would kill Ramsay.
Because Ramsay's too hot.
He's too hot.
We can't let him live.
It's too hot.
It's not fair.
It's not good.
He's taking all the women.
All of them.
It helps that the bad guy, Baron,
Evil AF.
His name is Bear because he's the bear, not a hood.
You're right.
So that's how I remember.
We're witches.
He's a bear. So where's Bridget come in? They fuck?
You sound like it, me.
So when did they fuck?
So Bridget comes in because Ramsay is the head of the two clans, and her father is dead. And so when a guy back in the 1100s wants to marry somebody, he would get permission from her father. Her father is gone, so they have to get permission from Ramsay. Someone wants to marry Bridget.
Ooh.
And he's like, what are we up to now? 7 or 8? Like,
wow.
And she's going to say...
Who says no?
Bridget.
She's like, I don't want to marry them.
They literally...
I'm so
she's
hot.
So hot.
So hot.
So hot.
Is she in love with Ramsay too?
Yes, she is.
So hot.
I had to go like this.
Yes.
Sorry.
They have a lot in common. They're so hot.
They're so hot.
Turns out she's in love with Ramsay, and later he realizes it because he keeps having to like turn down proposals for her, and so he keeps seeing her, and he's like, she's so fiery and also so hot.
So hot.
So then they fall in love. Okay. Gillian escapes with...
But this is a book about Gillian and Broderick.
Yes.
They're just a side
Matthew
character.
Broderick.
Gillian Anderson.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And so Gillian and the little boy Alec escape, and she's waiting by...
The little boys are the rabbits from...
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
The little rabbits from Robin Hood.
Oh, with the coins and helps and the...
Oh, and the turtle.
Oh my God. I can't. I'll cry.
I can't. Okay. I love it.
No one would get them confused because one's a rabbit and one's a turtle. But that's okay.
Careful.
The turtle's who invented the secret because he's so smart.
He's wise.
And the... okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Continue.
Don't be sorry.
She's crying.
Just
cute.
You sit there, Vanessa.
Yeah. Just stare at the whiteboard.
I point.
Jillian, and you can put it down if you want. But you know what? You do what makes you...
No.
I need it.
You gave her a toy.
Give me my fidget. So yeah, this is who we're talking about.
Okay. Jillian and Alec, they escape.
So bad.
They escape. They're waiting at a house that's very near the Scottish border.
Right.
Okay. And then a Englishman, somebody comes to Brodick and he goes, hey dude, your bride is waiting for you. And he's like, the fuck? Yeah, your wife says you need to come get her. Like she's ready to see the home. And he's like, what are you talking about? And then he shows up and he's very like, all of his like men, because he has like his
clomping up behind him on the horse.
Yeah. They're all like, who dares to say they are that, like, whatever.
The wife of Brodick.
Yeah. And
so she's lying to get him to come.
She knows who he is? Yeah, she is. Who hasn't?
Yeah, she is. Hurry up and finish.
It feels so good.
Get down here.
What page do you think the first coming is on?
Oh, shit.
I totally forgot. We haven't even talked about what they look like.
Okay. Well, we couldn't even get into the characters. We're still in the character development.
303.
Great.
296.
388.
Wow.
Ooh,
Out
right?
of 400?
5
But
something.
look how long I had to talk just to tell you who everyone is.
Yeah. That's my fantasy.
Yeah. I didn't tell you about Gideon or Faustin or
They're not even
someone
on the
else
board.
or Proctor. I don't know.
Procter and Gamble.
Okay. He shows up.
He's like, who's saying that they're marrying me? Does she know he exists? Does she know who he is?
Yes.
How?
Alec explains he is my godfather. He is my protector. And she's like, he's a great person to talk to.
Oh, so he'll be able to help us.
He will
But
be able to
she's
help
like,
us.
I don't want to alert anybody to the kid.
Baron
she's
Alfred,
smart.
she heard their whole dastardly plan, and she's like, they wanted to kill Ramsay. They think they got Michael, so I need to let him know he is not safe. And I need to return you to your father, Alec,
and
then
get some help.
And then I need to find my sister because she might know where the box is. And Baron Alfred told me.
So she's like, this is the way I get to Scotland
Yes.
and get my
Yes.
sister.
Baron Alfred is like, you need to go get your sister or I'm going to kill your uncle. So she's
putting
like,
it down.
shit. Okay.
It's a bad move.
It's getting intense. I get it.
Well,
okay.
you need to see it more than anybody.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold on to it. Good see.
You can put it down.
No, but I kind of want it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Just holding it like a baby.
I'm going to bring it every time and write nothing on it. Wow.
Just affirmations. I'm like, wow, look at me.
The secret. You're doing
You can
great.
do it.
Okay.
So they meet. He
he's
calls
like,
it.
fee, fi, fo, fum.
Fee, fi,
Who
fo,
calls
fum.
me?
And she's like, wow, are all
I'm gonna
Scottish
come.
warriors so tall? All of them have to duck down. He has bronze skin, I think dark eyes, but I'm not sure of the color, and long blonde hair.
Dark skin, blonde hair.
He has
Chris
deeply
Hemsworth.
bronze skin. That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. One of the
Oh.
Hemsworths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
either one.
blonde hair.
Especially
yeah.
if he's tall.
He's Thor. It's
yeah.
that.
He's
Yeah.
like Australian
That's
tan.
immediately what I went to. And I asked Eric this morning, I was like, when I say he's a Scottish warrior, he's tall, he has bronze skin because he's in the sun all the time, and blonde hair, he goes, well, you said Scottish warrior, and I just immediately pictured Mel Gibson in Braveheart.
I mean, I did until you told he was blonde. I pictured the guy from Men in Tights.
There you go. Details.
Oh, yeah. Princess
What?
Bride guy?
No, the one that's not attractive, the bad guy in it. The mole that keeps
Oh.
moving around.
Oh my God. We have so many movies to watch.
But then he said blonde, and I said, oh, never mind, he's hot.
Yes. Okay.
What does
He's
Ramsay
so
look like?
hot.
He's so hot.
He's so hot.
I don't remember. He's so hot.
Okay.
It doesn't even matter. He's so hot.
Gillian has green eyes, pale skin, and brown hair. O.J. Simpson?
Oh.
You were already talking about
be
him earlier.
brown hair with green eyes. You.
Yeah, you.
But she's, yeah, Barbara. She's
Plus,
like-
I'm British, so.
Yeah. Good day.
Okay. Well,
That's Australian. Hello.
who does have... What about the Olsen sister?
She's blonde
Oh,
hair.
yeah.
Yeah, but if she had brown hair, doesn't she have, like, greenish eyes? I don't know. I was just thinking of Chris Hemsworth. She's in Marvel. It all works.
It'll come to me.
It'll come to you. I have full faith in that. You do that, Vanessa.
Yes.
He shows up, and she's like, I knew you would come because you were curious. And he was like, you were totally correct. And then she's like, Alec is alive. And he's like, oh my God, this is great news.
Yeah.
And so she explains, I need to go with you. I need to find my sister. I've got a whole list of shit to do. And he's like, wow, that's a long list. Cool. Come with us. We'll travel. They all like camp out on the journey, and there's a tavern. Brodick slowly falls in love with her, but it's not slow at all. He's like, wow, this is the woman
Obsessed.
for me.
Yeah.
And then somebody, when they get to the Maitlands,
The secret land.
the land of the secret, and they explain, hey, here's your son. So when Ramsay shows up at Ian's tavern,
Right.
Brodick is like, hey, don't forget me when you meet Ramsay. And she's like, literally, what are you talking about? And he's like, just, and then he kisses her, like, you're going to be thinking about that.
Broderick
Yeah.
says this?
Right. Because
He's
he's like,
like-
you're going to see Ramsay, and he's
He's
so,
so
He's
hot.
so hot. You need to remember me when you think about this kiss when
Right.
you meet him. And she's just like, I don't get why people are so excited. Like, he's not like you. Like, look at you. Oh my God, Thor. Like,
Yeah.
ha ha ha. And so Broderick's like, yeah.
Oh,
confident.
Oh, we were made for each other. So then they're traveling, and Brodick and Gillian get married.
Ooh.
She doesn't realize that's what happened.
Oh. Blindside.
Surprise.
Did they, what'd they do, jump over a broom or something?
They read The Secret, and then they were together.
Yeah.
Jumped over a broom.
She's like, I thought we were just playing a fun game.
I pictured in Practical Magic when they have all the brooms.
Yeah. It's just like, we got to do what we got to do, you know?
Whoops. No, they're on horseback, and they come near the edge of like a cliff. Hi.
Yeah.
Okay,
Barbara.
so they get married.
Yes.
They
But
jumped
she doesn't
over a
know.
broom.
They
She
jump
does not
over a
know.
broom.
They're on horses, jumping over brooms, and they like stop near the edge of like a cliff, and she is like, oh God, because she's afraid of heights, so she backs up. And then the
Are they
reason
on horses?
Yes.
So the horse is like,
Yeah. Yes. Did you expect we would need to do that as often as we have done it?
love
We've
it.
literally done it like
I need
4
to get like 2
episodes.
coconuts to do it.
Yes. The reason they're getting married is because when Brodick kissed her in front of a bunch of people, someone pointed out, you have completely ruined her reputation. It's the 1100s or whatever.
Yeah.
So you need to marry her. And she was like, I can't marry you because she thinks she has to go back to Baron Alfred, evil, and be like, here's the jewel box or not, and then don't kill my uncle. She thinks she's going back and she's going to die. So she's like, I can't marry you because I'm going to leave you in every way you can leave someone.
Right.
And that would be
All the more
so
reason.
rude. Yeah, no, it's cool. And he's like, oh, no, we're getting married. Like, it's happening. It's not really up to you. But like in a gruff sort of like, kind of way.
1100s way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in a way that you just
In
go
a
with.
fictional way?
In a Matthew Broderick way. Yeah. And
he's very gruff.
he was...
And the
you
way that you
imagine?
want to hear that from Chris Hemsworth, where you're like, okay.
I insist.
Oh my
I don't even know
God.
what you're saying.
Yeah, I do.
I do.
Sounds good. So Brodick is like, she's going to get married. She doesn't really need to know about that. And he's with Ramsay, and then the priest comes up on the horse, and this is when they back up from the cliff. And he's like, hey, Ramsay, I'm going to need your help with this. And he's like, got you. And the priest is like, I need to make sure that you're in good standing with the church, to Gillian. And she thinks that the priest is worried because she's going to go to Ramsay's holding, like where he lives.
Because he's so hot.
He's so hot.
He's so hot.
And so she thinks the priest is really worried because he wants to make sure she hasn't been like kidnapped or is being taken against her will.
Oh.
And Brodick and Ramsay and the priest know that he's asking, are you marrying this man like
In duress.
willingly?
Yeah.
And so
under duress.
she's like, no, it was my idea. And he's like, you asked? And she's like, yeah, I asked. And then anytime it comes close to the priest saying they're getting married or her saying, yes, I asked to go to Ramsay's holdings, Ramsay interrupts and goes, Gillian, didn't you crawl down in a canyon side to get Alec, but you're afraid of heights? What? And she's like, Ramsay, what are you talking about? Yes, I did. And then, okay, priest, and they talk a little bit, and then the priest almost says they're getting married, and then he's like, but how did you do it, Gillian? You're afraid of heights. It's so slapstick, like, who's on first, who's on third.
Yeah.
Like, it's the stupidest, but like,
You love it.
it's so readable. I don't know.
It's a grocery store read.
It's a grocery store read.
Yeah.
When I was like 20 and I was just like, okay.
Getting your sense of humor from, you're like, yes.
This is where Barbara was birthed.
Yeah.
I would not be who I am today
Had it not been for this.
without this grocery store book. Yeah, so they get married. And Brodick and Ramsay are like at the tavern, but in like a different part. And Ramsay's like, dude, the priest is talking to Gillian. And they're like, ah, fuck. So they go over there and the priest is freaking out. He's like, what is this? And then Gillian is overwhelmed. So she grabs ale, a tankard of ale. She grabs it. Mead. There you go. And then Brodick's like, no, I want you clear-headed tonight, and takes the mead and hands it to Ramsay. And Ramsay hands it to the priest, and the priest downs it because he's stressed.
Blood of
And
Christ.
then there you go. And then they're like, oh my God, she didn't know. This is insane. She was like, I was married on a horse. And she like keeps just anytime she talks, she's just like, on a horse? Like, what?
Right.
And they're like, wow, if you didn't want to get married on the horse, you should have said something. And then they
should've
keep
done it.
grabbing drinks and giving him to the priest, and Ramsay keeps doing it on purpose to get him drunk. And then he's like, has this marriage been consummated?
Oh.
Oh.
Not yet. And so that's when Brodick's like, come with me, Gillian. And she's like, oh my God, on a horse. And so they go, and that's the scene. That's their wedding night, and it's consummated.
Consummated. But does she want to be married to him?
Yeah, she loves him. They've already talked about it.
I just think that she just didn't understand what was happening in the moment.
That was my wedding.
Didn't understand in the moment. Can't believe that was my wedding. And then also thought, like, I don't want to leave you a widow. Like, don't get attached to me. I'm going to die. Spoiler, she doesn't.
Does Esther come back?
Later.
Okay.
Yeah, he's chilling. He lost his mind. He's mumbling about the king's ransom and how he's going to, he lives in the stables now.
He reminds me of in Hook, the uncle who lost his marbles.
We're back to Hook?
Yeah. Forever.
So this is where we're reading?
This is where we're reading.
Them consummating their marriage.
Yeah,
I think this is our first
wedding night.
Wedding night.
Listen, this is... You're not ready. You'll see. Do you want me to make the font bigger?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I'll just hold it really close.
You do what you gotta do.
Okay, so this is page 382 of 531. Wow. Ransom.
Yes.
Highlands Laird's book 2. Because the first one is about
the secret.
Ian. The secret.
The secret.
Okay. She was tense against him, almost rigid, but he wasn't in any hurry. And after lazily exploring her mouth for long minutes, without rushing or making any other demands, he felt her relax in his arms.
Emily already doesn't like it.
Lazily exploring her mouth. That just makes you think of like, just like, on your,
yeah.
Just,
He's just not in a hurry.
I know,
but I don't need you to like slowly lick the inside of my mouth. He's exploring. Like, what's there to explore?
I just pictured it like an ice cream cone. But
yeah.
Like, just like,
but
I'm
like
over
at
here
the
defending
dentist.
Barbara's book.
Thank you.
He wanted to woo her with sweet, loving words so that she would know how much she meant to him. But he didn't know what to say because he was unschooled in the gentle ways of seduction. So he only knows how to just like fuck.
He only knows how to fuck.
Yeah, but he's like, oh, I need to woo her. Going slowly was a first for him, but important and necessary because she was a virgin.
Ooh.
And he knew she had to be scared of the unknown. Is this our first virgin?
This is a virginal virgin.
Yeah.
Like, she is like...
We've had virgins, though, right?
Not like this. I skipped a lot of it, but she's like, oh my God, having second thoughts. Like, oh, you should... Oh.
It's like 1100s virgin.
Yes.
How would we...
Velvet,
was she virgin?
Velvet was virgin.
Okay, yeah. Montana Sky was a virgin.
I did a virgin book too. Oh, Stuffed was a virgin.
Okay.
I think she technically still
You're
is.
right. You're correct.
No, the goldfish. We've had lots of virgins,
but this is like a virginal virgin,
right.
like okay.
And in the like
she's never been kissed
with a lover because like Velvet, she was like, I can't be a virgin because I'm about to be a prostitute.
She is like
wedding
doesn't
night
really
virgin.
Understand how it works.
It's
like
1100s.
Just very.
They don't have a lot of like carvings about it. She pulled on his hair and sought his mouth again and was richly rewarded for her impatience. He kissed her hungrily and deeply, his tongue stroking and coaxing as she began to tingle everywhere.
It gets so much worse, Vanessa. I can't wait. Okay.
It's so much like just tongue and mouth work.
Oh my God.
Well, because she's never French kissed before, so he's trying to ease her into like opening her mouth and using her tongue. Right?
When you're at the dentist and you're like, well, you can't.
They're like,
when they're like closed, like. She moved restlessly against him, giving him all of the encouragement he needed, and he continued to devour her as he quickly undressed her. So consumed was she by the passion he elicited. She didn't wait. I'm sorry. My
Make
words
the font
are getting
bigger.
No, it's my brain is getting jumbled up.
Reading this poetry.
My letters are changing out. So consumed was she by the passion he elicited, she didn't realize what he was doing until she was pulling her undergarment down over her arms.
Her undergarment.
It's all one piece. It's like a
Like her
body
nightie.
suit. Well, no, her underwear, they're basically like those pants. It's like a onesie.
Oh,
they're like
okay.
little shorts and they
Like
go...
a wrestling uniform?
Oh.
Basically, yeah.
I didn't know that. I just figured it was...
They put a corset on top and then they put the dress on.
Wow.
You never seen a woman in her underwear in an old time
Not
movie?
in the 1100s.
I'm a good girl.
Okay.
He'd removed his own clothes too. She realized that when he roughly wrapped his arms around her and pulled her against his chest. He groaned from the touch of her soft breasts against him. She sighed from the heat of his body against hers.
Here we go.
He buried his face in her neck, inhaled her womanly scent, and believed that this was as close to heaven as he was ever gonna get.
Her womanly scent. They didn't have deodorant.
Damn, he whispered again. We've got to slow down. Why? She demanded. It took all he had to concentrate enough to answer her. Because I want this to be perfect for you. It's already perfect, she whispered. Take me to bed now.
You're supposed to whisper.
It's already perfect. Take me to bed now.
You sound like Gollum.
Arrogantly pleased that he could rattle her as much as she rattled him, he lifted her into his arms and carried her to bed. He didn't stop kissing her as he tore the covers back and fell onto the bed with her cushioned in his arms, then gently rolled her onto her back and covered her with his body. The feel of her soft skin was almost more than he could bear, and he actually shook with his desire. I've got you right where I want you, Broderick. Oh, God, I didn't know I got you right where I want you, Broderick. She whispered. Nay, my sweet. I've got you where I want you.
He's Scottish and she's British, I want you to remember.
Nay.
Nay, my sweet.
Nay. That's what you say to a horse. Then he began to nuzzle the side of her neck as he once again tried to think of the poetic words she deserved to hear. You please me, Gillian. Oh, God. Tell me what you like, he ordered. Oh, tell me what you like, he ordered gruffly. With a sigh of longing, she answered, You. I like you. His hand stroked her thighs, then moved between to caress the heat of her. She nearly came...
The heat of her.
She nearly came off the bed. He tried to move his hand away, but he silenced her protest with another deep kiss. And still he continued his erotic love play until she was shaking with her need. He still hasn't touched her anywhere other than kissing.
He touched her heat.
He's touching her
That's
heat.
her vagine.
Oh.
Or vagina.
Began to caress the heat of her. I thought he was just touching the heat of her body.
No. He's all up
where
in there.
the heat is concentrated.
Yeah. Is that what they say when dogs are in heat?
Christ.
No, I think that's a Piri.
It is.
And still he continued his erotic love play until she was shaking with her need. She gripped his shoulders, kissing him almost frantically now, desperately wanting to please him as much as he was pleasing her. Is he fingering her? Or is he just
girl.
feeling down it? All I saw was that he stroked her thighs and moved to caress the heat. But she didn't know what she was supposed to do, and she couldn't seem to think long enough to ask.
Emily.
Frightened by the...
Am I being fingered?
Frightened by the intensity of the raw emotions erupting inside of her, she cried out, Broderick, are we supposed to be doing this? No, you're supposed to be doing more. You're supposed to not just be caressing.
Touch his heat.
Touch his heat. He slowly moved down her body, his mouth hot against her skin as he placed wet kisses along her collarbone.
Hot mouth, you hate that.
It's just so much hot. There's so much
hot
heat.
Yeah. They didn't have AC.
That's true. Hush, love. It's all right. We can do whatever we want to do, he said in a ragged voice.
With the power of the secret.
He was throbbing with his need to be inside her. He nipped the skin above her navel, causing the muscles to flex. He slowly moved lower, caressing and kissing her intimately until she was writhing in his arm. Does that mean he's going down on her?
He sure is. Yes. Excellent. Good work. Yes.
I really got to read into it.
She's like, I'm not going to say.
She dances around it.
What does she think she is, the first 5 minutes of a YouTube video? Come on.
Well, this is 1999, okay?
Yeah, and the 1100s. It's a bit of both.
Yeah.
Never in her wildest...
We haven't taken our rights away again yet.
Taking her rights away again.
Yeah.
Never in her wildest fantasies had she ever imagined making love to be like this. She never could have believed she'd completely lose her control either. But she did just that. He wouldn't let her hold back, and as he made love to her with his mouth, she arched up against him, screamed his name, and scored his shoulders with her nails.
I seriously thought that might be the first coming.
Yeah, it is.
That's what I thought, but then stay with me. We'll see if I don't know if that is. So let's read on.
Well, she doesn't know either because this is her first.
Great point. Great point. Because I thought we're dancing around a lot of things. Maybe that is she came.
I mean, if you're screaming your name and digging your nails.
Yeah. Right. Like it seems she's having a good time. We do know that. Yeah.
She's close if she hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't wait any longer to make her his. Covering her mouth with his hands gripping her hips, he tried to enter her slowly, thinking that would be less painful for her. But then she moved ever so slightly, and that was all it took. He was lost, thrusting deep. He penetrated her completely and captured her soft cry.
There's no dancing around penetrate.
Just boom.
He's in.
Deeply, completely, and captured her soft cry with another hungry kiss. He stayed completely still. He's just soaking.
God.
You know what soaking is, though, right?
It's the same thing. It's like what Mormons do.
That's what Mormons do, so they don't have
They say
sex.
it's not sex.
It's just in it.
Because
there's a third. You can get someone to come over and jump on the bed.
Right.
That's not...
That's all. I think we learned
I couldn't help it.
I think we learned this on Housewives.
I think I learned it on TikTok because
it's like
there was
Mormon,
one of those street interviews, and he's like, "Have you ever soaked
that's
before?"
right, at BYU.
Yeah, and they're like, "No, I've never soaked, but I know some people who do." And then you can, I forget what the third's called. Like
the jumping on the bed. Yes, but yeah, it's what Mormons do.
Is that what the monkeys jumping on the bed thing is?
Yes.
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 I love learning. Oh my God.
Everyone's so creative.
When you're religious and you can't, you do.
Life finds a way.
Christians find a back door.
He stayed completely still, his discipline in threads now, and burying his face in the crook of her neck, he took deep, ragged breaths to try to make himself slow down. She was so hot and wet and tight and perfect. The pain had taken her breath away, but it receded almost immediately. The feel of him inside of her thrilled and frightened her. Broderick, she whispered his name, letting him hear the fear in her voice. It's all right, love. Just don't move. Just let me... Ah, hell, you moved. What the fuck is happening?
He's trying not to come.
He's like, hold on.
He's trying not to move and hurt her.
She had shifted slightly, then gasped, shocked by the incredible sensation the movement caused. A burst of raw pleasure coursed through her body so intensely she cried out. His discipline vanished. He slowly withdrew, then sank deep inside her again. So we're at 2 pumps now.
2 pump jump.
She thought that was the most amazingly wonderful thing he had ever done. She became wild for the erotic feelings, controlled her movements now. Instinctively, she drew her legs up to take him deeper inside. The more aggressive he became, the more inhibited she became, until she was mindless to anything but finding a release to the burning sensations. Sobbing his name over and over again.
Matthew.
Broderick.
Ferris Bueller.
She clung to him when the first tremors ignited, squeezing him tightly inside her.
So maybe this is the first coming.
That's why
it's a little more intense.
More specific. Yeah. The first.
It's a little more feral.
Yeah.
Terrified. She's terrified, and they're sobbing. By the magnitude of her climax, she tried to stop it, but he wouldn't let her retreat. He stoked the the fires of passion. With each hard thrust, she screamed his name as wave after wave of ecstasy poured over her. Mm-hmm. And only then, when she knew she had found her fulfillment, did he give in to his own. With an almost violent shudder, he thrust deep and poured his seed into her.
Gladiator.
Gulp. That's what Emily.
I knew you'd be good, but damn, Gillian, I didn't know you'd kill me.
She didn't do anything. She moved.
She slightly moved.
And raised her legs.
She took him deeper.
I didn't know when you, and then I didn't, we couldn't do what we did. I didn't know. His hands cupped this. It's all, there's space to live between it all.
I believe you. You're a great actress.
His hands cupped the sides of her face, and he kissed her lazily and thoroughly. He didn't know how he had managed to capture her or why she loved him, but she belonged to him now. She was his wife, and for the rest of his life, he would protect and cherish her.
Wow.
Is that the dirtiest scene in the whole book, or do they fuck more?
Sure. There's one more sex scene.
This is what's wrong with, like, these days.
The world.
The 1990s, early 2000s. I feel like these books don't, like I said with the Nora Roberts book, it's like, he was, like, kissing on her boobs and she came.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they really don't do anything. And it's like, she's a virgin. She's having her first orgasm from 2 pumps.
Just really even one she started. I mean, him just going down
in
her.
there.
She was like, ah.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's part of like the authors being younger. The books we read now, a lot of the authors are younger compared to Nora Roberts. And I assume this woman is probably older, that they grew up with that like very virginal stuff where like,
very like, oh,
these authors that we're reading now, they're like, oh, we've been on porn sites. Like, we've seen a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And that they're just more open sexually.
But also just from your, not even being open sexually, but just knowing that it doesn't happen like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
You liked it. You loved it.
I loved it.
Well, those
I
words.
loved it.
Those are words
on a page.
That was a sex scene.
Those were, I could have used some more words. There was a lot of like, wait, is that happening right now?
Yeah, you didn't know. And we were like, he's touching her heat.
Yeah, he's
like
fingering her.
Yeah, it was just like, okay, well, because it was like the warmth of her thighs and like that he's touching her, the heat of her body.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's also another thing that's different about books now and then is the descriptions.
They are explicit.
Yeah, sucking on her clit.
Yeah, this is what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah, this is where I'm at.
Yeah, because we can handle it.
I wanted to bring this book because we're talking about smut, not just current books. So here's part of your tapestry of what smut is. Here's a great example of Glazed by the Gladiator. You got it.
Yeah.
It even said seed.
Yeah.
He filled her with a seed, which means I assume she's pregnant now. It's olden times.
I don't think she gets pregnant.
Oh.
I don't think so.
They were cycling or whatever that is. Rhythm. What is that?
She
rhythm?
She was in heat.
Isn't that like the birth control? Like people, the rhythm method is like where it is on your cycle.
Yeah, you just like time it really well and then you're good.
That's olden times. So is there ever a scene between Ramsay and Bridget?
No.
Are they in? They're not in another book. Do we know?
They're not in another book.
Huh. They're so hot though.
They're so hot.
They're so hot.
Okay, so then they continue. She's like, I'm obsessed. I love you. You're everything.
We're so in love.
We're so in love. Everybody's in love.
Yeah.
What do...
Does she find her sister?
Yes.
Yeah.
Her sister doesn't want to meet her. Her sister has
She's like, I have
go
a
of the
scar
past.
on my chin because of you.
I can't.
I'm disfigured.
She is married. She's happy. She doesn't want to get back involved with all this stuff. No, she doesn't have the box. The guy who lost his sanity is in the stable.
He has the box.
He has the box.
It's in the horse stable.
It's in the horse stable. So she goes back.
How does she find that out?
She doesn't know yet. She puts it together like in the moment while she's there. King John is there, and then Bear and Alfred is there.
She does a lot of things in the moment.
She
figures out, did we just get married? Did I just have sex?
Am I climaxing?
Did I find that?
Are we supposed to be doing this?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, she like realizes and she's like, oh my God, I know where it is. King John, come with me. And then inside the box is Ariana's hair.
Hey, what are you doing here?
What are you doing? It's in a little ponytail. And
it's just like clip-on bangs.
It's a little beret. Yeah.
And a dagger that has Baron Alfred's like name on it, essentially. So King John
killed Ariana.
King John is like, he killed Ariana. I knew it.
Oh.
Yeah. The evil bear.
Where do the traitors come in?
Who are the traitors?
Ramsay's commander, like his right-hand man,
Traitor.
is the traitor because he's mad that he's joining the McPherson and the Sinclairs.
Oh, he doesn't like it.
And he thinks that Ramsay isn't the right guy to lead the clan, so he's going to kill him and then try to take it, and that doesn't happen.
Oh.
Yep.
Does he die?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Proctor, he's a good guy, though.
Whatever happens with Baron?
Oh, he dies. King John kills him.
King John killed him because he realized he killed Ariana.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kills Baron Alfred, and then Gillian Anderson and Matthew Broderick fuck off back to the Highlands, and they're happy ever
that's
after.
where they live, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
What do the good people at Goodreads think?
We had a lot of feelings.
Really? Really? Because, I mean, this has been out for a while, so it's obviously pre-Goodreads.
25 years?
I had a hard time.
1999 was not 25 years ago.
No.
That was like 8 years ago.
No. I was like, am I wrong? No, I'm not. I'm not wrong.
It's just...
I'm just going to...
Sorry, that was aggressive.
Think about that.
Sorry.
That was aggressive. We also
I was older than you.
We have to sit quietly. Let's all sit quietly.
Let's just take a moment of silence for 1999. 1999 VMAs were the best one, so...
Is the song for the aesthetic video going to be that Prince song, 1999?
Probably not, because it gets fucking flagged.
It's going to be the Robin Hood.
I didn't mean to, but I was uploading the TikTok video, and I must have been listening. I must have, like, you know when you, like, hit a video to, like, use the filter, it'll keep the song?
Yeah.
And so when I went to go upload our aesthetic video, it was playing $1 Million Baby, which is like a super popular song. So I was like, I didn't even realize I had hit next, and it posted it with that song. And I was like, if TikTok's going to let us have cute songs.
With us talking with it over. Yeah.
No, it was the aesthetic. Yeah.
As long as they don't take it down, it's just always that they'll be like, sorry, that we removed that sound.
We did get flagged because you left fuck up.
Sorry.
Yeah. It muted the audio?
Yeah.
It did it twice.
I think because Bernie was saying that sometimes it's okay what you're saying, but it's the captions.
The captions a lot of times.
Oh, did I not block it out?
I don't know.
You blocked out the P word.
I think there was something about come on someone's face.
Yeah, that was the same one. I'm just wondering if maybe it was the
TikTok is very sensitive about it, which is why Instagram is where it's at. Good people at Goodreads. They had a lot of thoughts. This is a weird one because the audience, I feel like, skews older. And so I had a hard time narrowing down. A lot of the really good reviews were on Amazon. So Amazon has it as a 4.7 out of like 6,600 ratings. Goodreads has it 4.3 out of 36,000 ratings. Wow. First one is, wait. Friend of the podcast, Ashley, gave it 4 stars, no review. Hello, Ashley.
You've read this book.
You get it, Ashley. You and me.
Wow.
Carol. I tried this because someone left it in the garbage dump at the library.
Okay.
Is this an Amazon one?
Okay.
Yeah. Now I can see
friend of my mom.
Pure wallpaper, 12th century Highlanders with names like Otis and Anthony. No thanks.
Wait, where was Otis
she looked
and
at the
Anthony?
board. She's like, wait a minute.
That was on the diagram.
Otis and Anthony.
Don't worry about them. There's something in my eye now.
I do like, that is definitely not like a Scottish, I mean, maybe it is, but.
Back in the 1100s, who knows? They were all like lions and bears. And
it's like when they say, because I'm in my Sopranos summer, that the most unbelievable thing on Sopranos is that Anthony and Carmela Soprano have a daughter named Meadow. That they're like, that would be a Gabriella, Maria.
Yeah. Okay. Hanny says this book was injected with more useless filler than a bad plastic surgeon.
Oh my god.
Shelley's 1 star.
It's gonna be good.
I had fun reading this on my vacation. It is a romance, and there's a little bit of adult-themed stuff you can skip over, but it's not too bad.
Skip over?
You can skip over it if you're not paying attention.
She's also really already skipping over it.
I had fun. It's not too bad. I enjoyed it. 1 star.
She really, I was like, that's Shelley, not 1 star.
I don't think she meant to do a 1 star.
She doesn't know how to use it.
Shelley's still in vacation mode.
She was just like, I mean, I really liked it. It was great.
Janet.
Oh, Janet.
Dumb chick book, LOL.
LOL.
My brother's dead, LOL.
LOL. We switched outfits, LOL.
Yeah, Janet, I don't love the yucking the yum chick books. Dumb chick book. Nah.
Yeah.
You're a chick, Janet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's any of that stuff of where it's like, oh, that's just like dumb chick stuff.
That's the reason I felt embarrassed standing in the romance aisle of Barnes and Noble. Yeah. And we don't have time for that shit anymore. So Janet, keep it nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
be cool, Janet.
Sam21, I need to stress this review, Goodreads, of course. So long. Novel. Wow. Lot of thoughts. I only chose the first sentence.
Tap out.
TLDR.
500 plus pages of an incredibly annoying, cheesy, sappy, silly, long, drawn-out story with a twitty, ditzy, naive, infatuated heroine, an unfeeling, grumpy hero, and contrived infantile humor.
And then they go on to have like 12 more paragraphs.
Forever about, I didn't like this, I didn't like that, why'd you do it this way, why'd you do it that way?
I assume that they use their thesaurus
for some filler.
For every possible word that they can use to describe everything.
And that's why I like that first sentence, because it really drives home they did not like this book.
And they used every word to describe it, and then they went and they talked about how it was so long and unnecessary, and then did a long and unnecessary review.
Yes.
So look in the mirror, Sam.
Like, that is literally like every main character. You know what I mean? Like, she's young and naive.
That's kind of the whole point.
She's literally 18 and a virgin.
Yeah.
And he's grumpy because he got dicked over.
He's an unfeeling, grumpy hero. He has a lot of feelings. He's going to cherish her and protect her forever.
He's also like the leader of something.
His friend is so hot.
His friend is so hot.
Do you know how hard that is to be the friend of so hot?
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I liked it.
I like this. It was a good mix-up. It's a good, I like it when you throw your little like hard copies in.
Something very new for you.
Yeah.
She loved the whiteboard. This is the most with it I've ever seen. You didn't ask what the title was. You didn't ask anybody's name.
Ransom.
Wow!
But there wasn't ever really a ransom.
That's what one of the reviews said. So Esther,
they stole the kid and never asked for any money?
I think they were
planning on it?
I don't know. But the guy who's in the stables and he's a little loopy, he's muttering about the king's ransom, blah, blah, blah. And then they stole a kid and they were going to do this. And then, if you don't go find your sister, I'm going to kill your uncle. I don't know. I feel like I get why, but...
So it wasn't ransom in the way, like, we're thinking, like,
right.
2020, like,
not as
kidnapping
good
movies.
Of a title as The Secret.
Yeah. Not everyone can be Ian from the Maitlands. According to the board. I'm so good with the board. I
love it.
Let's keep the board around.
That is why I texted you and said running late, gonna be closer to 11:30 instead.
She's preparing the whiteboard.
I was telling Eric this morning, I was like, I'm gonna get so fucking lost in the plot like I always do, and so will they. And I kind of want a whiteboard, and if I just lean into going like this, see this, that, and it was I had fun.
I think that worked from when one of our listeners who didn't want credit. The listener who made the flow chart for
Devour of Men.
And I was like, hey, are you, because I found their name it was on our Patreon, and then I was going to post it to our Instagram. And so I reached out to them. I was like, are you the same, person that did this? And she was like, yeah, but you don't have to give me credit.
She's like, leave me out of it.
She was like, I don't need to be tagged in that thing. So I was like, oh, okay, cool.
I'd be so proud of it. I think it was so funny. Okay.
I love it. It was literally.
But yeah, that's where we're like, you know what? We are visual learners.
I really should have brought that.
We'll post it on our Instagram.
Let's just put this with the equipment.
That's gonna be when I do the aesthetic video, I'll hold it a little bit longer so you can go, oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
We should just take a picture with you, like graduation day with it.
Oh my God, just so proud.
Out front.
Well, good job, Barbara.
Yeah. Thank you.
That was a fun adventure.
Yeah, Emily almost peed her pants.
I did. I did have to pause because I was like, before that little break that we took, if you see me going,
I know, you were literally like sliding down the chair, and I was like, what are you doing? You're on camera.
She's overwhelmed. Because I was like, I can make it.
Oh my God.
You're a bedpan.
Well, if you need a bedpan,
don't worry about it.
You're fine. If you need to go to the bathroom, you can just take this with you. You
should have been wearing your diaper.
I'm saving that for tomorrow.
Yeah, you're gonna need it.
Oh, fuck.
Let your friends know. Like and subscribe everywhere. If you're on our Patreon, you get this. You get to see this a day early. Clutch My Pearls Pod everywhere on the internet. Like, subscribe, share, tell everybody you know. If you want to buy our merch, it's in our link in bio.
Oh shit.
Link in bio.
Which I need to do that too. There was one of our people made a Lincoln bio.
Link in the name. Like
link in the name bio
Lincoln.
with an IUD.
And it was like radioactive or something.
Like a so I was like, oh
it's
my
a tracker.
God. It's so good.
I love it.
Yeah, everywhere. Clutch My Pearls Pod. clutchmypearlspod@gmail.com. Bye.
Did you see you next Tuesday?
Oh my God. If you're on our Patreon, see you Monday. For everyone else, see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Wow.
Nailed it. Thanks to the secret.